My first impression of Danville was I was stationed in Germany in 1948 to 1952. They told me I was becoming more German than American, so they sent me to California to Parks Air Force Base to help open a basic Air Force basic training base. The first place I stopped on March 17, 1952 was a little establishment on Harts Avenue called Elliott's. A friend of mine who was stationed with me in Germany, and they sent him also. He had bought a brand new 52 yellow convertible, and we drove across the country, taking our time to get to our next station. We're driving up the main drag, Harts Avenue. That was the main highway then, and we needed a little respite. We went into Elliott's, asked the man tending the bar, who turned out to be the owner, Chief Elliott, who was our fire chief then. I had two questions for him. Do you know where Pleasanton is? And do you have a restroom? I can't tell you the term I used, but clean it up, I said restroom. He said, yes. Do you drink? I had a uniform on. He said, Sergeant, do you drink? I said, yes. I said, I got a guy out in the car with me. He said, bring him in for a drink. 2 days later, we left. While I was stationed out of the parks a short time, I used to come into town every weekend. He told me they were looking for part-time workers at the Standard Station, which is where your office is right now. They're right there in the corner, it's a big Standard Station. I went over, applied for a job, and got a job making some extra money. One of the clients of Elliott's suggested that I take some of the money I was making and buy some property, put a down payment, which I did, and the rest is history. I've been here ever since. My wife has been was a teacher in this district, in the school district for 45 years. She retired, now she's still working 4 days a week at St. Isidore's School. My 5 children were raised here. 8 of my 11 grandchildren are being raised here. So as you can see, Danville is part of me, and I'm very, very proud of what is happening in Danville. Danville just didn't happen. It was planned. Ever since I've been on the town council, we have planned every inch of this town, and I am sure that you will agree. I call it Camelot. There is not a better town in the state of California, or for all I'm concerned, in the whole United States. It is so unique that people do not want to leave. As you can see, there's a shortage of inventory because nobody wants to leave. I have a friend of mine who just bought a house on Verona, paid a premium price for it, gutted it out, spending $500,000 on the house. It is going to make the rest of the area down on Verona, which is about a block from downtown, the prices are going to go up. It's going to benefit you. And what is happening in town now, and I am very sad to report this, it is a very sad thing to see happening in our town by about 200 people who want to change the way we do business in town and saying we have not done a good job. And I resent that. Part of me is Danville. There's an old story about Tommy Lasorda that's going around that he was a player for the hated Dodgers. He was a player and then a manager. And they said if he opened Tommy's veins up, out would pop that Dodger blue. Well, I like to think that if you open Mike Doyle's veins, out would pop that Danville green, because I love and worship Danville. It is my town, my children's town, and my grandchildren's town, and I will not allow anything or anyone to destroy it or say it's being destroyed. To give you 2 quick examples, then I'm going to turn it over to our town manager. A man asked me the other night, I gave a talk at the Community Presbyterian Church. The man came up to me and he said, what is happening in our town? I said, what do you mean? He said, I understand the United Nations is going to take over our town. I know the first time I ever heard United Nations. They can't take care of themselves, let them come to Danville. Another man called me yesterday and he said, I understand that you are voting for taking all the houses down on Harts Avenue, all the buildings down on Harts Avenue, from Diablo Road, all the way down to the high school, taking all the property from the homeowners, from the property owners, and putting up 8-story projects. Where they ever hear this, I cannot understand. But I hope the town manager is going to explain some of the reasons. This name-calling, innuendos, flat-out lies are not to be accepted. And I just wanted Dean to get me together with you people, because it is going to affect the way you sell houses, the way people are selling houses, and the way business is done in Danville. This can't continue. I hope you listen very well, and if there's any questions, please ask us. This is why we're here today, to help you understand what is happening with our general plan, and Joe is going to explain it. Once again, it is nice to see somebody that was born and raised here in town. I'm almost a native. I've been here since 1952. Thank you very much. This is Joe Calabria, our town manager. Thank you.